Anyways, let's get to the final phase of our real estate roundup. If you've made it with me this far, thanks for sticking in. I'm hoping that you're getting some good stuff out of this. So I'm going to try and be fast and furious with this. I don't do anything fast and furious, but let's try this. Home prices. Home prices we think are going to go up. Not significantly, but we should see a slightly above flat market. I don't think it's going to be flat. I think we're going to see a little bit of growth with regards to our home prices. I think that that's something that we feel fairly confident in. So not extravagant, but see a very modest growth in home prices overall. Interest rates. I don't think we're going to see a lot of movement in the interest rates right now, but as our economy starts to improve, as the vaccine continues to roll out, as confidence starts to grow, our interest rates, they have no choice, but they'll have to start going up. So I think that towards the end of the year, that we might see a little bit of the interest rates going up, but I think that there's been a pretty strong commitment for it to stay fairly low and fairly aggressive between now and then. So a possible slight increase in interest rates towards the end of the year. Inventory should remain on the slighter side throughout the year, but there are a couple different events that give us the opportunity for it to grow. And both that we think are absolutely going to see. So overall, we think inventory is going to go up. The two events that we're tracking first and foremost. Number one, the expiration of the loan forbearances. Now, the good news is a lot of people that put the loan deferments, the loan forbearances into place, about 50% of them within Chicago have already gotten themselves off of those payment programs or the lack of payment. So a good percentage of them have already taken themselves out of those programs. But we still have a good majority still in them. And with that being said, as we get closer to that year anniversary, most of those programs were exercised in April and May. So as we get closer to those year anniversaries, we are going to have people that said, I'm still unfortunately in the same housing situation, in the same financial and employment situation that I was a year ago. I unfortunately haven't been able to find a job, and I can't afford my house. Now, as we talked about already, people have a lot of equity in their homes. So these aren't people that we're expecting to necessarily foreclose on their homes. These are people that we expect to come to us and say, Amanda, it isn't what I wanted to do, but I think it's time to sell the house. So when we start to get a little bit closer to that, I think on that year anniversary, we have the ability to see inventory move up a little bit more. The other thing that we're watching is just with regards to confidence of the vaccine rollout. We have a lot of home sellers that have deferred all of their plans due to COVID. We had people that were ready to go to market March 1st, 2020, that had said, nope, hold on to the photos, hold on to everything. We're living in our house until we feel comfortable. So as the vaccine rolls out, we have a lot of people that have essentially put their housing plans, their housing endeavors on hold. Those people are going to start coming to market too. So those are two things that I think can help us to see an increased market in inventory. So I think overall, we're going to stay undersupplied in a lot of our markets, but I think overall will be an increase. Home sales. I feel like this one's not really fair because naturally I think our home sales are going to be up as well. We're basing it off of a year that things were down and then a lot of people didn't feel comfortable coming to market. So as we grow this consumer confidence in all facets, home sales should bounce back up, right? They were down last year. We expect them to bounce back up. General, how are people feeling about the market? How is people confidence? This isn't really one of my predictions. This is just a little bit of where I think is good for us to hopefully tie this up, because I'm sure you're tired of listening to me now. Overall, I think today people feel relatively confident. If you would have asked me 30 or 60 days ago, I probably would have told you something very different. But now we're at a point that we have a new administration. The city is feeling confident about that. We have a vaccine rollout that's going better than average. We're struggling to get our kids back in school, but we're hopeful that that's moving in the right direction. And we're all learning to find some level of normalcy. And all these things are breeding confidence within the people in the city. And that confidence is going to continue to grow obviously pending any other world catastrophes, which I feel like I have to say now just to cover my you know what after what we've been through. Because every time I've said in 2020, what else could happen? Something else happened. But for the most part, I think consumer confidence is at a cautiously good point. And I think that's something that we're going to feel and we're going to see in our markets this year. So that is what I've got for you. If you stayed around for the whole time, gosh, thanks for being here. I'm hopeful that you picked up some good information. As always, if you have specific questions about your home, your housing needs, your situation, feel free to reach out to me or your Chicago Home Partner Advisor, and let's talk. On that note, be safe, be kind, be well.